placid parents makes a placid home. Every child is the angel in parents' life. So, every parent plays an important role in children's life.
Years ago, we found that Malaysian parenting style is different from Western parenting style. Parents in Malaysia used to punish their children physically and lack of confidence about them.
So, today we are going to have an interview to know more about the parenting style in Malaysia and the Western country. Let's go!
Good afternoon, my name is Ming and this is Miss Christina from Malaysia. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Today we'll talk about parenting. So Miss Christina, do you think it's hard to raise a child?
I don't think it's hard. It depends on their years. So if they are younger, then yes, it's hard. But later on, it gets easier.
My second question is, if your child cries for a toy in the mall, what will you do?
I wouldn't give it to him or her easily. I would stop her from crying first and then talk about it, and then we'll see whether I want to give the toy or not.
Okay. So my third question is, if your child wants to travel abroad alone, will you let him go?
If he or she is more than 18 years old, then yes, I would probably allow. But if he's younger than that, then maybe not.
Okay, then next is, if your child get a bad result in the exam, will you take away his phone or laptop?
If he or she is too dependent on it, then yes, I probably will. But if it gives them benefit, if let's say they are learning through the laptop or the phone, then no, I won't.
Okay. Next is, will you punish your child physically if they make mistake?
No, I don't believe in corporal punishment. Yeah.
So my last question is, what is your expectation on your child?
Expectation. I just want them to grow up to be a kind human being to everyone. Yeah, that's my expectations of my child.
Oh, okay, thank you. That's all for my question today.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Hao Yang and this is Robert from
New Zealand.
New Zealand. Okay, so today we are going to talk about parenting.
Okay.
So, in your opinion, is it difficult to bring up a child?
I think it is not too easy. I mean, especially those days, the world is changing a little bit, so it's getting more and more hard to raise kids. I mean, everything is getting more and more expensive.
Yeah. The living cost, yeah.
The living costs, definitely. I mean, also, even though it's an open world, it's a big world. We all are one, basically. It's still difficult, especially in schools, when kids of different ethics are there, for example. It is definitely difficult, but nonetheless, I think it's still a goal to aim for, isn't it?
So, if your child is crying for a toy in a supermarket, what would you do?
Well, that depends on the situation, I think. I mean, if he wants to buy a new one,
yeah.
And if he's just crying to get that toy, I wouldn't give it to him. I mean, just because he's crying doesn't mean that he deserves what he wants. If he's, upset or something, and he wants his own toy, sure, you can have it.
If your child wanted to travel abroad when he is 18, would you let him go?
Of course.
Yeah, definitely.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Won't you worry about him because there's no adult and friend with him?
Well, of course we would be worried.
Yeah,
I mean, it's our child. But I mean, we're big travelers ourselves, so I don't think we would ever say no if he wants to go overseas and study or just travel or experience new things. Definitely not.
Would you confiscate your child's mobile phone, laptop, or any electronic devices if he gets a bad result in the examination?
I think it depends. I think it depends. Yeah, I mean, if the bad results in school come from that, yeah, definitely take it away. There's no discussion.
And does the parents in your country used to punish their child physically?
No, I didn't.
Do you agree to corporal punishment? No.
Not really.
Because I had, so I would say no.
I would never do that.
So my last question is, what is your expectation on your child?
Expectations on our child. As long as it's healthy and happy and a good person, I think we're happy.
Okay, that's all for my question. Thank you for your time.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
No worries. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
In conclusion, Malaysian parenting style has become more similar to the Western parenting style. There is no more physical punishment in Malaysia compared to a few years ago.
Nowadays, both Malaysian and Westerners are more confident in their child and they hope their child can grow up happily. Anyway, we believe that every parent loves their child. And here, we hope that every child can grow up happily and be a good person, kind person in the future. That's all for us. Thank you.